Alright folks, this is a redo, 'cause I got this little dialog box that comes up on my phone concerning Wi-Fi utility, and every time it comes up, it stops the video that I'm making in real time. So this is just a redo. Alright, so this is video evidence concerning the state, the physical appearance and the state of my left eye and the surrounding tissue. Okay, so I've made at least 3 or 4 videos and many photos from the 3 to 4 videos between the 13th and today's date. Well, actually today's date, this is the first video dedicated to today's date, which is April 17, 2023. So all these different videos from the initial date of the first impact, the first attack, up to this date, these are progression videos related to the progression of the effects of the initial attack and the subsequent attacks that took place between the 13th and the 17th, and they're still going on. Okay, so first of all, you want to take a look at the entire eye. You see all the redness up in here. The swelling is just now starting just to marginally go down. Okay, so like watch when I rest my eye. Do you see that swelling that's still up in there? Okay, it was hard as a rock right here, and it still is underneath the tissue because I feel it, but I can't believe how much it's healed just in the past half hour. And the reason why that might actually be is that what I was feeling all day today up until about a half hour ago was probably because it was still being hit just at lower levels, because a lot of times they can hit you with these weapons where it's not immediately perceivable until you start feeling the effects. Okay, so it's abundantly clear the whole entire eye is red, and that's because of the bruising, the swelling, and probably the breaking of the blood vessels. So the initial attack took place on the 13th of April, 2023 at a wooded area when I was trying to clear a path from one. That path I was clearing was being cleared so I could go to another one. The crime of gang stalking intentionally made me homeless. At least 4 apartments in Michigan, 1 Tennessee. So the initial impact that took place on the 13th literally created a almost perfect V shape right here, and then within a matter of, I'd say, a half hour, a brown mark appeared here, and it's gotten significantly worse since then, which I think right here what happened is I think the energy came out, the impact was here, and the energy came out up in here. Okay, it just basically created a burn blister, and it came out strongly suggesting, which I always have kind of wondered, and trust me, I could use a more descriptive statement concerning the following statement, which is there an implant anywhere in here? Okay, I already got audio files from me talk about this on prior dates. You get hit here, the energy goes up into other areas. If it interfaces with an implant, the implant will conduct it, but if it's too much energy, what it might do is that it might create what is known as a burn blister. And then the scab, so what you're seeing right now is the scab. So this is the exit point right here, okay? And the initial attack created a V shape, a white V burn mark shape. And that picture was taken on the 13th and the 14th, strongly suggesting that whatever weapon they used had a nozzle on it that had where there was a V shape, and the energy came out of that V shape at the end of the nozzle. And trust me, a lot of other victims are saying similar shit concerning weird patterns, holes and shit appearing in different types of items that the energy goes through before it makes an impact on the victim. So this video is so far is the first video of today's date, 4/17/2023, but I will be making other videos until this whole effect disappears. So this began on the 13th of April, today's the 17th, so it's been 4 days, and I think the only reason why it's not looking worse and in a worse state is because yesterday I put a lot of shielding on the eye and the face, and my shelter that I was using between these dates. And you should also know that I also have been putting a lot of water on my face all day. Okay, oh Lord have mercy. Alright, hold on. So this right here, what you want to do, let me see if I get a better. Now trust me, I look a lot worse in person than I do right now in this video. Okay, so what you want to do is I'm trying to get the right light in here. What you want to do, okay, is you want to take a snap screenshot of this area right here. I don't think the V mark is still there anymore. Take a snap screenshot right here. Definitely appears that we had some excessive energy flow going up through here, because this area right here is not the only area they were hitting. They were hitting at least 7 other areas simultaneously between the 13th and the 17th. It was extremely brutal. Oh, absolutely, to the point where it literally made me immobile. Oh, absolutely, while I was trying to move, okay? Oh, man. So what you want to do is you want to take a real good thorough, let me light this back up here, take a real good snap screenshot of that area right there, okay? All right, that's a scab, and some of the scab is actually even underneath the skin. It went through a lot of tissue. Oh, absolutely. This whole area up in here was swelled up, practically closed, okay? And this whole area right here is massively swelled up right now, okay? Absolutely. Okay, I was also being simultaneously hit up in here, which is why you want to take a notation of this circular mark. And I already got video and photo evidence of this area being attacked on prior dates. Sorry, on prior dates, including catching the energy itself on video and audio, video and photo. So just trust me, okay? This is happening. So it appears that, because remember what I said a few minutes ago, they were hitting me at several areas simultaneously. So I got hit up in here. I got hit in other areas too, trust me. I got hit up in here. And I think what happened was that, and they were hitting me in the temple, okay? They were hitting me in the cheek, on both sides of the nostrils, but between the 15th and 17th and the 13th, they were massively going after the left nostril. So I had a big, massive, it was massively bumpy right here, and it was extremely hard. Okay. Oh, absolutely. Okay. So I was being hit up in here. Okay. The energy flow goes down up in here, transfers over into here, implant to implant, nano-wire in between probably. It's also being hit in the temple at the same time, and in the nose area, up in here, while I was also being hit in the cheek. Okay? Right around up in here. It's also being hit in this side of the face, this right here, over here, and many areas in the throat. And this was a continuous attack that took place between the 13th and was extremely bad on the 15th and lasted all the way up through yesterday. I protected myself real well, or they would have continued the high level attack on the 16th if I hadn't protected myself real well. It was very hard. They caught me off guard because they did a lot of the attack when I was moving. Okay, so what do you notice here? Okay, you see that shit? Absolutely. A lot of stuff going on between here, here, and here, and then down into the neck. That also seemed to be connected. The fucking nose is definitely connected to the eyes, and I already know the eyes and the nose is connected to the ears. A lot of massive extreme ultrasound and infrasound targeting. Okay, to the middle ear as all this was going on. I took app readouts concerning that. So today's date is 4/20, January, February, March, April 17th, 2023, and this is how I fucking look because of these sick, look at that shit, because of these sick, look at this, okay? You need to know another thing. When this shit was going on, okay, I made verbal detailed statements in my tape recorder exactly where they were hitting me at. So remember, tape recorders run by date and time. Would you just look at that? I ever get a hold of these sick satanic fucking bastards, I'll sue the shit out of them. Oh, absolutely. So, what do you notice about the right side? Oh, absolutely. I mean, would you just look at that? Look at that. Okay? If I can ever prove there's something up in here connected to a wire, and maybe even another implant in the temple areas, another implant up in here, one in the cheek, one in the nose on this side and this side, okay? One in this area. Anything going from the ear down to the jawline, nanowires as well connecting them. That might also go down in and by the throat, including around the 8th cranial nerve. Oh, fucking super fucker. These sick fucking satanic rats, they better make sure I never get a hold of them. That ain't no joke. There ain't no way this shit's an accident. Because think about what I'm saying. Today's date is 4/17/2023. I made exacting, specific, detailed, extremely detailed verbal statements in my tape recorder about where I was being hit at. And now look at this shit. This shit's undeniable. You can't get around this. Would you just look at this? So whether it be the military and or the intelligence agencies working together and or, trust me, suspecting quite a few others, and that's very common for multiple entities to be working in collusion. Would you just look at that? I mean, that is self-evident right there, that there's something up in here, okay, and then the energy flow goes up in here and it creates the mark on the skin. I ever get a hold of these fucking satanic rats? Oh, absolutely. Okay, a lot of whiteness up in here, and I made extremely detailed statements about where I was being hit at, the effects that it was creating, okay, where it was occurring at, and I did a pretty good job, because you gotta remember, a lot of the 15th was extremely bad, okay, and this was, the 15th was while I was in transit, moving a bunch of shit from one area to another, so I didn't have time to stop and make a lot of videos, but I did finally make a video once I moved and got set up. Would you just look at this? This shit is indisputable. You can't get any better than this. Now, coming back up in here, I'm gonna make this last statement, I'm gonna let you go. You want to take a notation of this big circle bump here, because I already got massive evidence of being directly targeted to this, video evidence of moving electromagnetic waves literally hitting that part of my head. I kid you not. Oh, absolutely. Would you just look at this? Okay, I've always suspected that there was an implant up in here at least, okay, and nano wiring connecting it to one down here. And you wouldn't believe it. Oh, I could say a whole hell of a lot more, baby cakes and munchkin butts. What do you notice down here, around here? Okay, if I ever get a hold of these vile whores, they'll wish they never mentioned my fucking name, not even once. So it's abundantly clear we can see, okay, this is the white is the tissue damage from the energy. So why is the energy flowing from up in here to here to here? Implants connected to at least nanowires. All right, I gotta go. This is an evidence video, and I made several videos between the 13th and right now that shows the progression, okay, and their effects. And you cross-reference that to the detailed statements of all these different audio files between these dates. And now look at I mean, would you just look at this? Would you literally just look at this? Okay, this is fucking torture. This would make me an instant, massive multimillionaire overnight, if I was able to sue these fucking filthy whores in an uncorrupted judicial process. But that's not allowed. And you're also not allowed to get medical evidence. Oh yeah, baby. Ain't nothing like a little covert collusion with hospitals and medical centers. So take a look at that. I'm gonna snap screenshot it. Alright, I gotta go, folks. I got stuff to do. Stay tuned.